Alright, I'm getting ready to do some head welding here. So I'm going to do exhaust ports and the shovel heads here. So I got them all V'd out here where the bolt holes were. Grind them all the way around the whole diameter up in here. Make sure you get a good clean surface to weld through. So if you don't get that all ground out, contaminated material from all the exhaust gaskets can start screwing with you. So you gotta make sure you grind all that junk out of there, get clean metal to go from. So those are all down there. And this one over here I didn't grind yet, so that's what we're talking about here. So this has been ground in here, obviously, but not through here. So I gotta grind all this material out right through here, smooth it up, and that way you got something for the material to stick to your new weld. This here's a 67 shovel motor here. So this one here, we got a broken out bolt hole here that was cracked, so I just cut it all out. It had been previously welded before and re-cracked, so I'm just going to cut it all out. I'll weld up this thing solid, and then we'll replenish the hole by drilling back through here after it's all done. Instead of trying to weld up just along the edge or here, just weld it solid. Once again, you want to get all the old material out of there so you got clean area to weld to. The terminal plug is stripped up in here, which is an area I don't really like welding, but when the hole's all screwed up, you got no choice. So you got to V it out as best you can. This one here, a lot of core shift, so it's real thick on this side, really thin over on this side. Obviously, you want to stay away from the VIN number. You can see there's a little bit of cracks right through here. So I V'd it real deep from this side right here, and so right through here. And this side over here, I V'd it back in from this direction here. And I clean up all the thread area over here. Now, the first thing I'm going to do in this, I'm going to weld it over here. It's all about how you start your weld, not how it finishes it. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to weld it right through here. Get it welded on the bottom side here. Then I'll flip the case around, I'll come back around, I'll fill it from this side here, which will plug the hole up all the way. And I'll try to weld in about halfway deep. Then we'll flip the case over. And come in here and weld it on this side here. Try not to melt away this too much through here. Hopefully none. And then I'll fill it solid all the way back to here. So it's all about how you do it. If you get too much heat, you'll get in that number and your case is dead. The problem with these is it likes to crack real bad, stress crack. So that's why we're going to preheat this in the oven, get it up to 425 to 450. Get it good and hot, even, so when it cools off, it should cool off pretty easy without cracking. And you lightly peen the surface a little bit with a ball peen hammer to help release some of the stresses on cool down. But if you beat it too hard, it starts cracking also, you break the case. Done that too, and spend more time fixing cracks. So anyway, these could be a real bear to do. We'll see what happens. We'll use hard rod initially because we're going to be drilling tapping into it, but if we run into a lot of cracking issues, you run into the softer rod, and that will, it doesn't have much tensile strength, so it doesn't stress crack as bad. It also doesn't drill and tap very well, and the threads are real weak. The other rod I screw with is I have a military rod. So your hard rod is a 53-56, your soft rod is your 40-43. And the military rod is, there it is down there, it's a 55-56. That works too. This is it basically has the a little bit more strength than hard rod, but it has the shrinkage like the soft rod. So it's kind of in between rod. But it costs 4 times more than the other rods, so that's why you don't use it unless you have to. So, being this job here, I'll probably just use it strictly on this, because it's a very prone area for cracks. And paying a couple bucks a stick for that versus another case is kind of pretty cost effective to spend more money on a good rod. So, but if you don't have that good rod, start with hard, see how it works, and then if you have to, go to soft. But if it starts cracking, you got to V it out and come back into it. It could be a real bear. That's why I don't like doing them, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So I'll finish running this and then get these into the oven. So right now the oven's over there warming up. So it looks like we're, it says we're at 90 degrees. because the primer didn't kick in yet. Now the primer is gone. Off again. This is the day oven wants to screw it today. Leave it on for at least an hour. Yeah, it's definitely wanting to screw with me today. Yeah, we'll see if it stays on more than 2 seconds. Yeah, maybe that'll work now. Alright, so we'll get the oven up to 430 to 450. And we'll get the heads into there and get them up to temperature and we'll start welding. So we'll come back and show you what it looks like after it gets done. Okay, I got the heads all welded up now. It's all cooled off now overnight in the oven. So you can see how I weld the beads in there. I put a nice very deep bead about 1 inch in. At least 1/4 wall all the way around. So when I go to cut it out, I shouldn't hit any daylight. So I also add an extra 1/8 inch or so on top here so I can cut off to the height I want it to be at. So I have a preset angles and dimensions for height I use. So there's different ones. So every head's a little different on how they weld up. But overall these weld up pretty cleanly. This here's one that's really thin, so it burns through a few times. A bit more than others right there. Anyway, you make sure it's extra thick. That way you don't have to come back and weld it again after you halfway machined it. So you can see how clean the weld is. It burns all the crap off pretty well. So this one here we had a little more crap in the aluminum here. You can see the stuff on top right here. Okay, overall it welded pretty good. This one here we had the 2 missing fins over here. They're no longer missing now. So that's the rear head. So that's the before and this is the after. So I'm going to have to come back and cut this all out now to make it look like the other side. But you can see I built it up just from a little rod, so I got 1 inch of height welded in here. So these are fully functional working fins. If you just cut off a piece of metal and weld it and tack it on the side, it's not a functional fin, it's cosmetic. So these are fully functional fins. And they're stronger than stock too. A different ring to them. So anyway, I'll be cutting that all down to make it better too. So anyway, see how that goes. And this is the case here we did. So it appears it didn't crack, so that's a plus. So I welded that all the way up. I wound up putting a pretty good sized boss over here. That way I can make it extra big when I'm all done so it won't re-break out. And I float it up into the side here so you have a nice fillet when I'm done. So it'll look like this here. It won't look like an afterthought. So you try to hide everything you do. So I tried to add a little bit extra height to it because of the way off center. We'll see how that works out when I get done. You can see where the aluminum, the original case is way over there when my finger's hiding it. Right there. Didn't get a good weld on that. Oh well. And the other side in here, you can see how clean the weld is here. Looks like it was trying to do a little bit of a stress crack right there, but we would be putting a 5/8 hole through the middle of that, so it ain't gonna be a problem. But overall, it's a pretty good weld. I lightly peened it, but I won't peen it too much because it'll start cracking around it. And we're seeping a little bit of oil out of the insert here, which means there's a gap in here a little bit. So that means you put a little bit of that capillary Loctite to go in there and seal it back up. So we might put that in here and let it sit for a few days. So something to worry about later though. Alright, well that's what that looks like. So you can see what it is before we machine on it. And then we'll come back and show what it looks like as we're doing it. So anyway, we got 5 heads here to do in one case. So it took a little over 4 hours to do all 6 pieces. Definitely a lot of welding. takes a lot of time to do it right, but it's no bubble gum. It's all 100% clean weld when you're done, so that's what you want. All right, so we're up for now.